Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PCT Podcast episode 30. Today we have a little bit of a different lineup. However, we do have a special guest, Joshua. Uh, this is now we was actually talking a little bit before the show actually started, and I was telling him how I haven't been following his brand for that long. However, as of recently, I've been seeing a lot of the marketing on Snapchat and Twitter and stuff like that, and it really caught my eye. And it really sucks, like for me personally, because I've known I don't want to say I knew you, but I knew of you. We had a class together, we went to school together and stuff like that. Um, but we just never really talked. And so this is Joshua. Um, Go ahead, man.
I run Heat of Houston, and I like a lot of things like movies and shit. So this is like real cool for me because I know you and I have like a lot of things that we like and we relate on big time.
Yes, sir. So yeah, tell us a little bit about like Heat of Houston. What exactly is it?
So, for a very long time now, sneakers and clothing has been like a thing that is like coveted nowadays. Like everyone wants like these expensive things,
Mm-hmm.
and well, sneakers and clothing like Supreme, Louis Vuitton, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nike, Jordan, Travis Scott. It's people willing to pay top dollar for some things, and I profit off things like that. So you can get things for retail price and then resell it, and there's your profit. That's where Heat Houston comes through. It's really just a name for us to sell stuff,
Yeah.
but in recent time, it's been more than just that. It's a whole brand.
And you just tell me earlier how, yeah, I guess like you're content with where it is now, however you want it to be bigger in scope.
Yeah,
What are like some of the things that you would like to do with it that you aren't already doing?
I would like for people to really recognize the name, like people to be in public and be like, "Yo, is that a Heat of Houston T-shirt?" Or like, "Oh, I seen that on Heat of Houston shit." Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just being recognized as a brand, and me and my partner Kasir, because I don't do this alone. Um, we've always said that we wanted a storefront, but that's like aiming for the moon right there.
Yeah.
So
No, you and I, we actually have a lot of similarities in that regard because I guess one of the reasons why I started this channel, and it was with a few friends as well. Um,
mhm.
I love talking about video games and film, and I take a lot of pride in it. And this was something that I started just for fun, but as we
Mhm.
grew a little bit more and did more with it and got more recognition, I guess I was like, a lot like a lot of things that go into the channel is strictly passion and hard work. And I guess like it's not all about like having clout, I guess, but it's more or less
Yeah,
about being recognized for your hard work and what you do in your specific community. In my case, make videos about movies and games, and in your case, make dope clothing. So,
yeah.
but yeah. So, um, as far as the clothing goes, a lot of that, like a lot of the designs, how does that work out? Like, where do you get your ideas
The
for like
ideas for
designs?
them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the last drop in regards, so we have two T-shirts that we dropped, and they're very currently sold out.
Mm-hmm.
We won't be releasing them anytime soon, ever again, probably. Um, I'll talk about the skull one and then the other one. So the skull one, a lot of people like clothing with skulls on them. Like Travis loves using skulls. Like I just know a lot of people and designers that love using skulls. So that was the main idea. I wanted to get a skull on the T-shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and then Houston, we have a bunch of culture around our city, which starts from swangas on the cars, like the rims,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. To grills, to just like things like that, like lean, like that, like the drug. Like
Mm-hmm.
we don't what is it, promote drugs, but that's just a part of the culture, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
So with the skull, we put grills on the skull, and then we put a screw through it, which is reminiscent to DJ Screw.
Hmm.
And he's a huge name in Houston. So so we got the grill and the screw, and then we were like, oh fuck it, we need more than just this, because this is cool, but we want it cooler. So then we lit it on fire and called it a design.
Yeah, and I think the first time I saw that was on your Snapchat story, and I was like, my T-shirts are pretty much like I don't go too crazy with my stuff, right? So normally I just buy maybe
Yeah,
some maybe something relevant to PlayStation or just Taco Bell or some shit
yeah,
like that. I saw your stuff, and I was like, that's original. I've never seen
yeah,
anything like that, and I guess that's what really caught my eyes to Heat of Houston. I was like, yeah, and that's always been a thing with me. I love originality, right? And
yeah,
so when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, like that looks dope. And you know, I I started following you on Twitter and started looking at more of your stuff, and I even went back a little bit and saw like some of your old posts and stuff like that. I was like, dude, I really like what they're going for here, and I respect it. And when you were describing like how you got your ideas as far as clothing goes, it sounded a lot like, I'm not trying to like put my name next to yours, but it
yeah,
sounded a lot like pop culture. It sounded a lot like you are making your clothing, you are building your brand off what people like gravitates towards.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I really do.
It's like a reference within your idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
I really do admire that, and it's unique, dude. I really gotta say it's unique, and I this might not mean anything coming from me, but dude, just keep at it, man, because
Bro.
I really feel like it might not look like it's coming soon, but I really feel like you guys are going to see a huge break here, especially if you continue with the originality and all of it.
Yeah, and I appreciate that a lot, because a lot of people are like, I don't know why it comes to why it's like that, or why humans are like that, but some people are just too afraid to give props
Mm-hmm.
to other people. But coming from you, that's like huge. I like that, and I really appreciate it.
100%, man. I don't know, dude. The way I look at it, we're not gonna get very far, um, by just being in our own like little world. I guess I I know nothing about what you do, right? I know nothing
Mm.
about the clothing industry or, um, I don't know anything about what you do, but I thought that, hey, I like what he's doing and I would like to talk to him about what he's doing because I think what you're doing is like amazing, dude. I was about to say awesome, but I think amazing is a better word to use here. I really do. And I'm I'm sold. I really am. And whenever your merch drop is, expect me to be one of the first people to buy, dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
Um, we actually, this is not our first merch drop. We actually had one previously on our second anniversary of Heat of Houston back in
Mhm.
January. And the like the growth that we had within ourselves, and the way that our rollout went, the effort that we put into it behind the scenes and all of that,
Mhm.
is just a huge difference from what happened in January versus now, because we've seen an influx in sales, recognition,
Yeah.
and just just everything went up. Like if there was like if I could draw like a stock thing, it's like yeah, like um the skull t-shirt, everyone loves the design, but I knew this was going to happen because we dropped two t-shirts, right?
Mhm.
The second one features Travis Scott on it, and I told my partner, I said, I guarantee you that the Travis shirt is gonna outsell the skull one, and to no surprise, it did.
Mhm.
But regardless, like a lot of people bought, and in about a week or two, they'll have their items, so they could go ahead and rep
Yeah,
what we put out.
that's awesome, man. That really is awesome. Um, so overall, you say HOH has been pretty much a success.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's prevent it not prevent, but it's relieved a lot of financials.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I like honestly, I could go get a job, but I really don't need to because of the shoe money and then the merch money. I mean, there's profit and everything. So, um, when it comes to money, like it's not an issue. But not that money is everything. But
Yeah, yeah, I understand. That's awesome, dude. I really, like I said, just keep at it, man. Um, I don't know, dude. There's always, and you're in a great market, right? Because everyone needs clothing, you know.
yeah,
So I mean, you're never gonna see, I guess like a downturn. As for me, being a content creator, there could always be, and I guess realistically speaking, I could always go to a new platform, but there could always be the next version of YouTube that just outperforms and best YouTube in every way possible. Will it happen?
yeah,
I don't know. But as for you, dude, you're in such a great market, and all you have to do is continue to innovate and just I like I said, originality. That is one word I can really use to describe your products, at least in my eyes. Just keep being original with it, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
man, just keep the mindset up, and
Shut up,
I'm pretty sure
man.
everything will go pretty smooth for you.
Oh my god. So this is my boy Max. Hey, dude. Um,
Hey, how's it going?
How's
Sorry,
it going?
I'm a bit late.
you're
No,
good,
you're
bro.
good,
You sound
dude.
sleepy.
Yeah.
Um, but no, we was just talking about HOH, and he was describing his brand and whatnot. And so you missed all that, but
I'm pretty sure I've seen the merch before.
just go
I
back
will
and
say that I do like it for sure.
just rewatch the past 13 minutes of the stream. Give me that ad revenue. But this wouldn't be a PCT stream without some video games and movie news. So
yeah.
right off the bat, bro. As far as movies goes, we'll get into video games in a second here. But what's your stance on movies? What do you like? What do you not like?
Oof. I like I love a good movie,
Mm-hmm.
and specifically like I love superhero movies and
Mm-hmm.
anything that has to do with comics, and like that shit is like I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, I just love the way that they can bring things to life, and I love seeing that like this is not movie related, but the TV show the Titans,
Oh yeah,
the Teen Titans, right? Probably heard of it.
Hmm.
I heard that they're bringing Red Hood into it, and that's like my favorite character of all time. So seeing Jason Todd Red Hood on will be the next season
yeah.
is just like, totally huge for me because I fucking love that character.
Do you see yourself as more of a DC fan or Marvel fan? You won't get hate.
Um, it's weird because it's kind of split.
Yeah.
Like on some days I'll be like DC's like far way ahead, but they just can't get it straight on the fucking screen.
Yep.
Like on movies, it's so frustrating that like these really good characters from the origins to the stories that they tell, they just like nobody can bring them to life, and that just sucks.
I feel that.
Marvel, on the other hand, it's like they can read like maybe 5 or 6 stories and then put them all together, and they make like a pretty decent movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the whole picture with the MCU is just like it's perfect.
Yeah, it's huge,
Yeah,
dude.
it's just perfect.
Um, I guess for
But
me, when I think
yeah,
about the DC universe and the MCU or Marvel and DC as a whole, I think I gravitate more towards DC, strictly based off the comics, right? And
yeah, love the con.
growing up, dude, you didn't have the MCU, so I would watch, Michael Keaton's Batman and the
Mm,
Superman movies, and the animated TV shows like Batman Beyond and stuff like
yeah,
that. So I think because of my childhood, I gravitate more towards DC. I think the comics are significantly better. The animated movies are awesome.
yes,
Just like you were
way
talking
better.
about
Wow.
Red Hood, man. I love Under the Red Hood, and I can't wait to
Yes.
dude.
Oh my god.
You can't go wrong with that movie, and yeah, I definitely can't wait. I didn't even know he was going to be in Titan season 3 till you said that. Believe it or
Yeah.
not.
they just said it like maybe like a month ago
Mm-hmm.
ish. I still think it's not like a great move, but I'm still excited nevertheless because it's fucking Red Hood.
Yeah,
Like they're
100%.
just really rushing into it. Like Titans is just all over the place when it comes to pacing because the first season was very, very, very slow,
Mm-hmm.
but it made for pretty good character development with Dick Grayson and Raven.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second season, more it's just character development, and it's just really slow. And it's like they never reach a certain point, and it's kind of frustrating in the fact that they write it so slow. But I hope that they can get it together in season 3 and do Jason some justice.
Yeah, so I'm still in season 1 of Titans actually. I recently started watching it for the first time, and that's strictly because when I first saw that trailer for it, I wasn't down for it at all. I thought it looked stupid. I thought what they were doing with Robin was dumb, and just thought it was like an emo palooza of DC Universe stuff. Um,
Yeah.
dude, when I watched that show, it's not perfect by any means, but
No, it's no.
I
Hell
think
no.
it's definitely a lot better than I thought it would be. And
I
I thought it was gonna be trash, and I like I said, I can get past the first season.
yeah.
I haven't seen the second season at all, but yeah,
I would say the second season is a little bit better.
yeah. I
Yeah.
will say I love the action though. I
Oh
love
yeah, it's good. Very well choreographed.
after what was I going to say? After watching Titans, after watching like some of the R-rated DC films, I got behind like the darker tone for Titans and stuff like that, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it works, and I feel like that's one thing DC needs to stick with, especially in their movie department. Is the darker,
Yeah.
more gritty stuff. The
Yeah, none of that campy shit
dude,
because
you can't
it's
be
not.
Marvel with Batman, bro.
Yeah, at all.
um, and that's why I love movies like Joker and Watchmen. Those
No,
movies,
that movie's great.
those movies, they know what they want to be.
Yes, it's like they know what the content is. Like you can tell that. Man, what's his name? Who directed it? The Joker?
Todd Phillips.
Yeah, Todd Phillips. You can tell that he really did a character study on the Joker,
Mm-hmm.
and it's deeper than the comic pages. Like he made an Elseworld story
Mm-hmm.
that's just beyond phenomenal, and it's great addition to the Joker archive of origins.
100%, man. And that's why I'm like super excited for the Batman. I've
Yes.
been saying for the longest time, even before we knew anything about this movie, right? I've been saying for the longest time this would be our first rated R live action Batman film, and I got so much hate for that. Everyone was like, "No, why would they make Batman rated R? That doesn't make any sense."
It makes the most sense,
Then
if anything.
kids wouldn't go see the movie. I'm like, all right, all right. Realistically speaking, the,
Batman is not for kids.
that and the kid isn't buying the ticket. So
True.
I mean, at the end of the day, who's really losing money? And after seeing the success of Joker, that is the first rated R film ever to cross $1 billion in the box office.
Really?
The
The
first
first R-rated?
to cross $1 billion at the worldwide box
Really?
office. Yeah,
Damn, I didn't know that.
that
That's
movie. Yeah,
wow.
that movie shattered records. After the success
Jesus.
of that, dude, DC isn't going to go back to Justice League, man.
Yeah, with
Never,
the Snyder cut and all that.
never. It's going to be so much darker in tone, dude.
Yeah.
And that's what they need to do, man. I love the MCU for what it is, right?
Yeah, because it's fun,
Exactly.
right? A guilty pleasure, a good guilty pleasure.
And I think the difference between Marvel and DC is I don't find fun in the fun DC movies. I find fun in the more gritty and more grounded DC movies,
Yeah.
If I'm watching, let's say, Justice League or Suicide Squad versus Joker or Watchmen, dude, Joker and Watchmen are easily better movies because they're grounded.
Yeah.
They don't try to copy Marvel in any other way. And I really feel like, that's what DC needs to stick with.
Yeah, with just doing what is unexpected, because the
Exactly.
general public sees like Batman as, well, Batman, right? He drives a Batmobile and all that shit, but
Hmm.
it's deeper than that. It's like this man has gone through hell and back from training with the League of Assassins for I don't know how long
Hmm.
to year one, and we're gonna get the movie of year two here soon, which is gonna be beyond me. Like, I'm so excited for that.
And I guess what I'm like super excited for, I feel like if anything, they're going to tackle the question of who's really crazy, Batman or Bruce or his
Yeah,
enemies. Like who is the crazy one here? Because by
and
by definition, Bruce Wayne is he's mentally screwed
yeah,
up.
he's fucked up.
So
And
I,
they've always said that in the comics too. Like, what was it, the Injustice storyline where he was telling Superman, "You never want to be me" or some shit.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
But hell yeah, dude, I cannot wait. That's gonna be good. But on the topic of superheroes, real quick, recently, I think it actually came out this past week. Disney delayed a slew of their films again. Most
yeah,
likely
I
because
actually
of
seen
COVID.
that.
Most likely because of COVID, I'd imagine. And Black Widow got pushed back to May. Eternals got pushed
Yeah,
back.
next year.
Everything got pushed back. So this will be the first year since 2009 without an MCU film. And I don't know, dude. I just feel like a lot of these studios were hoping for too fast of a change as far as COVID goes.
Uh huh.
Um, I feel like delaying Black Widow a year, 6 months ago would have been the right move because now it's been delayed a year. It was supposed to come out this past May, and
Yeah.
now it's coming out next May. So Hollywood as a whole right now is scrambling because a lot of these studios, Disney's an exception because they have Disney Plus, but
Yeah.
a lot of these studios don't have a mean to get their product out there right now. And
Yeah.
make like direct revenue. So I don't know, man.
Um, just a little input on the MCU at least with not having a movie this year. I think it might actually be a benefit in their favor because of how far they've pushed the MCU and how fast that they've pushed it.
Hmm.
It could give them some time to actually come up with something decent instead of stretching their creative thinking super thin.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
that's kind of how I felt with like Spider-Man Far From Home. I was like, okay,
Mhm.
this movie was good, but
It was, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't.
I'm never watching that movie ever again.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it was
doesn't have that
it was a
same
good
wow
one time.
factor of any other MCU movie, you know?
And I've told people this numerous times, as far as the MCU goes, as far as like Phase 4 goes, I don't care. I've gotten my storyline out of it. I've gotten 10,
Yeah.
11 years out of it. I've got my beginning, middle, and end from Iron Man 1 to Endgame or Far From Home.
Yeah.
Um, Go ahead, man.
I would like to say that I think, I mean, the new storylines would be nice.
Hmm.
Like, they could implement a different take on the Civil War, like maybe do another one
Yeah.
with the new Avengers and all that.
Yeah, and I mean, even like in
But
the comics, they had as far as Civil War goes, they had the X-Men in it, and the storyline was completely different.
yeah, I don't see how they could implement Galactus and then actually beat him and then go on to do another whole storyline. Like,
Hmm.
I don't see that happening. Like, they would need to definitely bring something back or really get to the drawing board and make something original.
Yeah, which I think that's especially going to be hard considering, what they're 23 movies in, 11 years in, and
Yeah.
I guess that's why I'm kind of jumping ship now because I don't want to be there whenever the MCU gets stale and people are like, man, this kind of sucks now. I want to be there when it, when for me at least it ended when it was on its heyday, and I was actually talking to my father about this earlier, man, and I was like, Avengers Endgame, the highest grossing film of all time. There isn't gonna be another movie for the foreseeable future, most likely for my lifetime, that will live up to the hype that Avengers Endgame built.
Yeah, that I can't. I've totally forgot about that. Like I remember that whole like I don't know how many months like rewatching the same trailer over and
Yep.
over and over again, and just like guessing what would happen because it went back to looking up their contracts, seeing when they were gonna end, who was gonna die, who
Yep.
wasn't gonna die, and it was just like, oh man, there was just so much going on. What a beautiful time.
100%, man. So I guess I really don't care about these Disney pushbacks.
Mm,
Because I really wasn't looking forward to these movies anyway. It's not that I think I don't. It's not that I think that they'll be bad, but I just oversaturation in Hollywood is a plague for many years.
yeah,
That's what happened with westerns, man. Westerns were really huge from the 50s to maybe the early 80s, late 70s, and then after that they just died off
died off. Yeah,
because they were every single year you saw western after western after western, and that's exactly what it is with superhero stuff. The superheroes movies and TV shows and video games will most certainly become the next western, and we'll find something else that we gravitate towards. But
yeah.
for now, I don't see the future of Marvel being too bright unless they you know
I
pull.
think it'd be nice to see like the origins of or the stories of just like specific characters like being grown out.
Mm,
Like I would like to see the X-Men show up and then make a plethora of movies on them and do
yeah.
them real good justice. I would like to see more Spider-Man like villains like the Sinister Six
Yep.
and like the multiverse like in the Spider-Verse, I mean, in live action. That would be
Yeah.
fucking sick as shit.
Yeah, man. Dude, that would be ridiculous, man. Seeing like 2099 and Miles Morales in
Yeah,
live action, which I mean, they've already established Miles in the
the
MCU.
MCU.
So, I mean, just
Yeah.
go for it, man. Shoot that shot.
But
Um,
I would assume he's like 13, what, like 10, 12 right
yeah,
now?
I don't think it's
If,
that old cuz
probably like 8, 9 years old.
in Homecoming,
Peter's like what, 15, right?
I think so. He's very young.
Oh, okay. So yeah, never mind. Miles got to be like 6 years old.
Yeah, in Homecoming, I think he was mentioned to be like 2 or 3, something like that.
Oh, 2 or 3?
In Homecoming,
Oh
yeah.
man. Oh wow, they
So
have. Oh wow, there's a long time then.
I don't know how much time has passed between Homecoming and Endgame, but and then
Hold on, let me see.
yeah, go
So,
for it.
Homecoming took place in 2017, right?
I think so. You remember there was that whole
Okay.
controversy with the beginning,
Oh yeah,
and
because it said
see
like
that's what I'm talking about. I
yeah.
don't know exactly.
Okay, so let's take 2017 then. Okay, so Infinity War takes place 2018, right?
Yep. And then there's a
Okay,
time
so that's
jump
1 year.
in Endgame.
And then the time jump in Endgame. So what, that's 5 years total. Hopefully Miles was alive for that. So he's not still 2 years old. So now he's about 7, 8 years old now
Yeah.
in current MCU time. I think that would make sense. And well, with the delays and all that, they could probably add another time jump, like maybe 2 years, 3 years.
Yep. Yep. Um. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I kind of want what DC is doing right now, but for Marvel, I would love to see kind of like I'm not saying make them rated R, but I would love to see like one-off stories like a kind of what they did with Venom,
Yeah,
and I would love to see a 2099 movie and
that would be so sick.
a dude. I will love because I'm a huge X-Men fan, right?
Yeah,
As far as like Marvel goes, X-Men's my shit. The Avengers can kiss my ass, but
yeah,
um, I would love to see a fleshed out Dark Phoenix story. They tried it twice and they failed both times. Um, but it's all wishful thinking at this point. So
yeah. Let's just see whatever they do,
yeah,
whether they want to cater to the general public or the fans of
exactly.
the comics and stories.
And at the end of the day, it's all about money, man. That's all it's
Yeah,
about.
that too.
so, so I
All
mean,
these characters need good profits off of them too.
100%, man. But yeah, let's you play games, right? Of course you do. It's 2020.
Yeah,
You're in
a little bit.
quarantine. What's what you looking forward to, man? There's a new generation upon the horizon. What are you thinking about it?
Um, I've kind of had like a fallout with games, I guess,
Hmm.
because I mean I've always been like on like the same shit, but I know which games that I love seeing.
Hmm.
Like with sticking with one, I would say like back a few years ago. I don't know, maybe you were in the scene too, but I was a trick shotter on Call of Duty, and I used to. That was like me for like three, 4, maybe 5 years of my
Yeah.
life. I was just fucking trick shotting on all these goddamn Call of Duty. And for like 2 years, I took a break and then came back, and Modern Warfare is out. So that's what happened with that. But with like good video games, I guess, besides Call of Duty,
Hmm.
I would say Halo's my shit and Legend of Zelda. I love Legend of Zelda. That shit is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I haven't played the newer
But
one, Breath of the Wild.
no, yeah, me neither.
I haven't played
But
that yet,
the
but
old ones
yeah,
like
Ocarina of
Twilight Princess,
Time, Twilight Princess.
Ocarina of Time, my favorite,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
But with the new stuff, I'm probably looking forward to the new Miles Morales game.
Oh yeah.
That looks beyond good, like great actually. Like I'm probably gonna get a PS5 just to play that.
Well, have you played the last Spider-Man game? It came out in 2018.
Yes. Yeah, I have.
The game's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
And I
I had a
think
lot of fun.
for me at least, I feel like everyone plays COD. I used to play COD like super heavy. I wasn't too
Mm.
big in sniping, but I play competitively, and I was that type
Oh,
of kid that
okay.
did like game battles and shit like that. So
Oh shit.
yeah, I was that kid, and I would get super sweaty, and it was fun. But then I gravitate more towards story based games because I have a PlayStation, and then I have a PC to play my
Hmm.
PC games, my Xbox games on. But as far as like exclusives go for PlayStation, a lot of the stuff is like story based. So you got like your God of
Yeah.
War and your Last of
God of
Us and stuff.
War.
So I would just immerse myself in those worlds that these exclusives would build for me. And I think as of lately, I would see myself, I don't play a lot of multiplayer games anymore simply because I rather play a game with an amazing story and something that's captivating than, something I can just
Yeah.
pour a whole bunch of V-Bucks into, I guess. Um, but yeah, man, I don't know. For me, definitely getting a PS5, right? Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. I don't know, man. I have a PC, so I can just get Game Pass and play whatever I want on there. Um,
Yeah.
but Miles Morales does look awesome, man. I gotta say. And
It looks so good.
it looks fluid. It looks great. The graphics look good. Um,
And
but
most of all, we're gonna get a good story out of Miles Morales.
one,
Finally.
fi-
Another good one.
yeah, yeah. Dude. After Into the Spider Verse, I think people are on that Miles Morales hype train, and
Yeah.
I personally, he's my favorite Spider-Man. I think Peter Parker's been
Yeah.
overdone, dude. I really, I haven't liked Peter Parker for a while. But I'm glad to see Miles Morales, and I'm really interested to see if Insomniac will incorporate, open the Spider Verse in the games, and incorporate.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
I would like that. The last game to really
Or-
do that was Shattered Dimensions and like Edge of Time.
Yeah.
That was
That's what it was called?
yeah.
I don't think I played it. I don't think I played it, but I know a lot about it
It was
because 2099 was in it.
yep, and that was some cool stuff. But yeah, dude, the PS5 and Xbox Series X, they've both been announced. November 10th for the Series X and S, 300 and 500 for each model. And then as for the PS5, November 12th and 400 and 500 for each model. And me personally, because I'm like a PC nerd, I know a lot about like specs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a great price for all four of those consoles. Very, you're getting a lot for your money there. And the only issue I see, we are currently in a pandemic, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like there's going to be a few scenarios here that can really change the impact of the launch of these consoles. on one end of the spectrum, video game sales, digital sales have seen a significant increase ever since quarantine started because everyone's staying at
Yeah,
home.
because everyone's yeah.
Exactly. Everyone's playing games. That's all well and good. And people believe because that influx in sales, as far as that medium goes, people are going to be more willing to pay for a next gen console because they're still at home. On the
Yeah.
other end of the spectrum, you have people who have lost their jobs. You have people who can barely afford to live in their apartment anymore. Tenants are being
Mhm.
really bitchy about it, and people are moving out. People are not having a place to sleep,
Yeah.
and these people won't be able to buy a console that's fall in what, a little less than 2 months now. Um, so putting those two factors into consideration, I guess I think this is. I mean, obviously this is unprecedented. We haven't ever seen a
Right.
console launch under these circumstances.
We've never seen anything like this like ever.
Yeah,
Like the whole like we have people believing it's fake. We have oh my god, it's so overwhelming thinking about this shit. Oh
it
my god.
is. It really is, and it's crazy thing we've been going through for 6, 7 months now.
So yeah, 6, 7 months, and someone said it on Twitter. They were like, other countries are getting rid of it. We're just continuing to live life with it. Like we're learning to live with it. Like that is like a really bad mindset to have. Like we got to get rid of it.
100%.
We can't live next to it.
100%, man. And yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. People are getting too comfortable with it, but the U.S. has the highest amount of deaths out of any country. Um, and
But it's a hoax though. It's a
it
hoax.
is,
So
bro. It's a liberal hoax. But I putting those two into consideration, I don't think
right.
it's fair to say how this console launch is going to go because you have those two polar opposites, and it's like which one's going to outweigh the other? The people that can't afford it, or the people that are willing to put more money into it because they have nothing else to do. And for me, I'm just sitting over here. I'm watching this shit happen, man. I'm like, man, I'm gonna hold off for a little bit. Because when the PS5 went out for pre-order, I went on Amazon. I got it, right. I was like, I'm not worried about it. They don't charge my card until it gets shipped. I did the same thing for the Xbox. I thought about it and I was like, man, I really don't need this stuff right now because I have all the tech in my house right now. I'm good, right? So I canceled my pre-orders. I'm like, I'm gonna just watch this happen, and if like by Christmas time there is a lot of inventory, there is a lot of consoles in stock, then I might get one. But I don't see.
Um, on that because actually I have insight on it already. So with what I do, obviously it's profits, right?
Hmm.
In my they're called cook groups, like where we have monitors on a bunch of websites that restock stuff, so we
Hmm.
can get it quicker with our bots and all that. They've told us for months now that to prepare for these pre-orders that just happened last week, right?
Yeah.
And to completely buy them out because come time of release it's going to be a small quantity and the demand is going to be through the roof. Like I have a friend that bought 49 of them, 49 PS5s to resell at maybe 8 to $1,200 for each console, regardless of if it's the digital or the normal version.
Yeah.
That it's the demand is like crazy, and seeing with what you're saying, I think the demand is definitely gonna outweigh everything, and I don't think the whole corona will be um actually hold on, no, I need to rephrase it. I think we're gonna see a normal release of a console.
Hmm.
That's what I'm trying to say, yeah. But it's going to be different in the fact that there's going to be people buying them retail price versus people paying 1,200 on eBay.
Yeah. 100%. And dude, there's a lot of, and not even with consoles, but recently Nvidia dropped their new RTX graphics card that bots just immediately just snatched.
Oh yeah.
Immediately.
My friend bought one and he sold it for $2,000. I don't know what the retail is on it, but
I think for the one that dropped, it was
it was the
600.
first one that dropped. 600. So
Yeah,
yeah, he's seen. I
Well,
don't
I
know.
mean, they did the exact same thing with the Nintendo Switch, you know?
Oh yeah, well yeah, that too. At the beginning of
Yeah.
quarantine, they was telling us to buy out Switches, and some of us did, and we profited like $100 on each of them.
Exactly.
And that was crazy. I remember that happening.
yeah, man.
Profiting on stuff like that is like people always look down on resellers to begin with,
Mhm.
but I think out of all the things, I think this one's a little bit pushing it, but in no sense is immoral because at the end of the day, everyone has to make their money somehow.
Somehow, I can get by
Yeah.
that, but I don't know, man. I feel like I'm not for or against resellers because, like you said, people do have to make money, and these are pretty tough times, and I feel like it might even it might get worse. Considering it's about to
Yeah.
start getting colder, it's about to be winter. You're not only gonna have the flu, but also COVID. People are gonna start
We also
gathering
have
for.
the election.
Yep, that too. People are gonna start gathering for family events. The holidays are coming. I feel like this is about to get a lot worse before it gets better. And with that being said, I don't know, man. I'm not like you, right? So I my word most likely means nothing here as far as like business and stocks and inventory and stuff like that goes. But I really see demand, getting it's demand's going to be squandered by people who can't pay for it. I really see that,
Yeah.
and people who are able to buy a console. I I bet we're going to see the largest like return rate of a new console ever this year. Because people are going to buy that console, right? Then they're going to lose their job.
And
Then they're
then
like, all right, well, I can live here for another few weeks, right? The few weeks are
yeah.
going to come up. And they're going to be like, shit, where did I get this money from? That PlayStation 5.
Started reselling the PlayStation
Yep.
5s. I can
um,
already see the eBay listing.
hell yeah, dude. So, like I said, I'm sitting back. I'm watching all this happening unfold,
Yeah,
dude.
for sure. I haven't even touched the pre-order at all. Like even with the resale, like the groups telling me to buy them, I'm just gonna wait.
I'm watching all this unfold. But in more recent news, are you familiar with Bethesda? They made Skyrim and Doom and Wolfenstein.
Yeah, a little bit.
So they've been a third party studio for the longest time. This past week, Microsoft bought them out. Microsoft
Oh shit.
bought Bethesda. Every single Bethesda game made from this point forward could potentially be a Xbox exclusive.
Xbox only. That's
The
interesting.
Elder
'Cause-
Scrolls 6 Xbox exclusive.
yeah. Like I heard that it's that's part of the Skyrim, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's been like super long awaited, right?
Yep.
Oh, for
Okay,
sure.
yeah,
I'm a
that
huge
is, like-
Skyrim fan personally, and I can say that from my end of things, I know for a fact that there's other people out there that are like me that are massive fans of Skyrim and have played every single Elder Scrolls game, you know? And as far as Microsoft goes, I don't think that they have enough power in their Game Pass to, to make Xbox sales really go that high, especially with the downfall of Halo Infinite and how bad it was received.
Yeah.
And that coupled with the fact that they announced that they bought Bethesda a day before the pre-orders went on for the Xbox, I think that this is a power move to try and get a lot more people to buy the Xbox, because people that are, very heavy fans of the Elder Scrolls series are going to want to play Elder Scrolls 6. We've been waiting 10 plus years for this game.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, is it being an Xbox exclusive enough for you to buy a damn Xbox?
Even then, bro.
100%. It would be. It 100% would be if I wasn't a PC user.
That's what I was about to say, man.
But I'm on PC, so I have Game Pass anyways.
Exactly. I feel like Microsoft's. Are you making dinner right now, Max?
I'm not. I'm doing dishes.
Wipe this man up.
My apartment is so dirty.
No, but I feel like Microsoft's like business model when it comes to the Xbox, it's kind of stupid because all their games you can play on PC. I have absolutely
I
no
did not know
reason,
that.
dude. Every single Xbox exclusive, every single Xbox game, if you have Game Pass, you can play it on PC. I have absolutely no incentive to buy a $500 console right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did not know that. Well, because personally, like, I have a bunch of Mac items. Like right now, I'm using a Mac PC,
Mm-hmm.
and in my off time, I'll use a MacBook Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that at all, and that's actually like really eye opening. I didn't. Wow.
Yeah, so I had an Xbox One X because I love playing multiplayer games. I'm not part of the whole PlayStation's better than Xbox or vice versa. You know,
Yeah.
that's just stupid.
Mhm.
So
So
I bought an Xbox One X. I had it for a few years. I sold it to upgrade my
Mhm.
PC. Got a new graphics card. You know, got a new CPU and stuff like that. Dude, I
Yeah.
have absolutely no reason. My PC after all of its upgrades was $3,000. I have no reason to buy an Xbox. I can play
Yeah.
4K
and
games, beautiful frame rates on this on this device right now, and I'm good, dude. So even then, even with Microsoft acquiring Bethesda, I still don't see Xbox sales increasing that much because of the acquisition. Simply because a lot of people who love games like Elder Scrolls or Doom or Wolfenstein play them on PC anyway. 'Cause that's like the definitive way to play Bethesda games in the
Yeah,
first place.
that's how you get your mods and
It's
stuff like that. That's also another question surrounding Microsoft with buying Bethesda. Is modding still going to be a thing for Elder Scrolls 6? You
And
know, because
Fallout,
Elder
yeah.
Scrolls 5, you know, the modding community was very active on PC since
Mhm.
the release of the game. Modders were already going into the game files and changing stuff. You know, is Microsoft going to stay good on that, or are they going to lock their game files? You know,
Yep.
ooh, that seems
is
interesting.
there going to be microtransactions in it, which is something Microsoft is very fond of doing?
Yep.
What is it? What was trending on Twitter yesterday? Minecraft DLC? That shit
Uh,
was trending on Twitter yesterday.
yeah, maybe because Minecraft has VR support on the PS4 now. Maybe that was it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I seen that trending yesterday, and they're making fun of Microsoft for doing the microtransaction shit.
Oh,
Yeah, they do it all the time.
yeah, dude. The
Yeah,
Bedrock
all of them.
Edition microtransactions are ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's insane. I'd rather stick with Java Edition for me.
Yeah,
Just the regular PC version.
Yeah, when I have played Minecraft, it's always been on the computer. But when I play
Yeah,
on the Xbox, I use a keyboard and mouse, and I don't
yeah,
care about fucking anything else. I just play with my cousin.
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, dude.
But we have seen though that when Microsoft bought out Mojang, they did actually make quite a bit of improvements as far as Minecraft goes. Like the recent update that came out, you know, they added a whole new thing to the Nether and stuff like that, and it was really well received. And they're still actively working on it, you know. And another question surrounding Bethesda is Microsoft going to still allow them the creative space that they need, you know?
Dude,
Yeah.
they have to, because we saw
If
Xbox
they
like
don't, they're gonna completely screw up Elder Scrolls 6.
we saw the exclusive lineup for Xbox games, and you know, if we're comparing it to at least the PlayStation exclusives, there's no competition.
Yeah, they just blow it out the water.
There's no so
PS5 is beyond it.
if anything, I feel like Xbox acquired Bethesda for that freedom, you know, for them to let loose, make us a dope product that could potentially be a system seller.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's like giving
What
Joss
better way
Whedon
to sell
the rights to
your
Justice League.
Yep.
there? I don't think that there's a better way to sell a console that's not selling other than to slap console exclusive AAA titles on it. You know.
That's why the PlayStation 2 is the highest selling console. That's why the PlayStation 4 is the second highest selling console. These exclusives sell it, dude.
They really do.
The Xbox 360 had every single advantage in the playbook, and the PS3 still outsold it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I did not know that.
Every single advantage. It came out a year before the PS3. Games ran better on the Xbox 360. Exclusives were really good. I mean, the Xbox 360 was like prime Halo,
Yeah, I had Halo 4 and Halo 3.
and the PS3 came by with Last of Us and Killzone and was like, bye. So, you know, this next generation of gaming is going to be very interesting to see at least where sales go, because Microsoft has their viewpoint on, we want everyone to play our games everywhere. We don't care what
Yeah.
platform it's on. We want you to play our games on our devices. Sony is built on the reputation of, if you want high quality premier games, buy our console and you can only play them on this console. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see which business model works in the favor of which
Better.
company. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably say Sony is probably gonna have the edge on this one once again, because the fan bases behind the games on that side, I think, outweighs the ones on this side.
Yeah. And it might be like a passion thing too, like whenever Last of Us Part 2 came out, man, no one was fucking with me that weekend,
Yeah, I was
Why
just
is
about
it?
to bring that up because the way that I've seen it, at least recently, is that a lot of PlayStation users, I would say the majority are um, very single player oriented. When it comes to Xbox, at least game wise, everything is multiplayer.
Mhm.
And I think that's a lot of what it comes down to, which may actually hurt Microsoft in the end, because now we're having, your sole single player game on on the Xbox.
Mhm. Yep. And that just goes to show, like, every single platform brings their own to the table. PC brings fidelity and graphics. Um,
Yeah.
PlayStation brings the actual experience and immersion and storytelling, and Microsoft and the Xbox brings, multiplayer play and fun with friends and stuff like
Toxicity.
that, and toxicity. Yes,
Yeah.
man. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh man, I
I'm gonna
remember
say this
I
right
remember
now.
COD lobbies back in the day.
I'm gonna say this right
Oh
now.
man, you guys ever play Modern Warfare 3 and,
Hey,
and BO2 and stuff?
I'm gonna say this right now, bro. Everyone born before like 2005 deserves a veterans discount for being in those lobbies. I'm sorry.
Oh
Yes,
man.
man. Oh my god. I mean, like even now, like in some of the videos that I've made on Call of Duty Modern Warfare,
Mm-hmm.
some of them are just beyond toxic. Like the people that I put in the
Yeah.
videos, it's just like it's
It's crazy.
there. It was there during Modern Warfare. Like if they can do the same thing with Cold War and have active game chats,
Yep.
then I can see it being as successful as this last one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we actually have some Cold War gameplay in the background right now. I played the alpha. I think it was last week. And
Oh yeah, I switched my Xbox out for a PS4 for that weekend. I remember it was great. Actually, no, it wasn't. The party shit is way confusing on PS4.
How so?
I don't know. I just had a hard time like navigating and getting around. Like on Xbox, I feel like it's so much easier.
Dude, it's the polar opposite for me. I remember, well,
Really?
granted, I haven't been on Xbox in a long time, right? And I've heard they made like a
Yeah.
lot of UI changes. But I remember on my Xbox One, dude, I will launch that thing up and it'll be ad, Bing, ad, and like I would have to like do a maze, like a puzzle to find my games, and I'm like, well, dude, what?
No, yeah. I remember the change was like 2015, 16, I think. Yeah, I think around then they changed the UI and it's a lot more simple. You just like press the middle button and then use your bumpers to navigate around like party, friends, and settings and shit. I would say it's like really easy. With PS4, I did not know which buttons to press.
I feel that.
I remember I opened alpha and the party switched me from party chat to game chat, and I was like, where did my friend go? Like, I can't hear him no more. I FaceTime him and I said, bro, how do I get back into party chat? Like, I don't understand this. Please help me.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think personally the PS4 is a little easier, but granted, I haven't used an Xbox in a long time. But PC Master Race, so
Indeed.
I don't know. I don't have any special PC. I just have this Mac PC. For what I use on it, it's fucking amazing. Like editing and all that shit.
Yeah, that's one. I've never used a Mac for editing, but everybody I've ever talked to that has one, they've always been like, dude, editing on a Mac, like, there's no competition to Windows. I'm like,
oh, I love it. What do you use to edit?
Premiere Pro.
Oh, Premiere? Oh, dude, I have a blast on Premiere. Like, I'm not sure if what is it? Just PC, right? Just call it just PC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if PC has like drag and drop, but on here I can drag and drop like everything, and it's so easy. Like, I actually have that the video I sent you earlier open on my thing right now, and like the UI is like perfect. It works so well with Mac.
It just seems like fluid and everything moves so well. You know, PC, like, as much as I love Windows, sometimes it seems a little clunky.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Well, there's a lot of unnecessary things in Windows. That's one of the reasons I like Linux. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the operating system Linux, but you can boot it up on a PC, and it's insanely fast. You know, it almost looks like a Mac like an iOS type deal. But it's insanely fast because it doesn't have all the extra background processes and things that Windows has that are completely unnecessary that you don't need.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like on here, like right now my screen consists of, I have the Discord open, and then I have Photoshop with Heat Houston stuff on it. And on the bottom right I have 3 other tabs that I could open up. Like I have Premiere, my music, and my Elgato. And it, like, I don't know, I just think it's perfect. Like everything, I've never had like to like I have never suffered with everything just being, oh, where's this at, where's that at. Like I could just press a button and like all my tabs will open up in front of me, and I can choose which one I need to go to.
Yeah, I don't think we have that show on PC.
like I could open all 5 of these, and then there's a button that I could press, and it'll separate them all, and I'm like, okay, that's the one I want. Let me click that, and I'm put that to the front.
Yeah. I've been wanting to like upgrade to, you know, a Mac product, but they're just so expensive, which is funny coming from a person that's a $3,000 PC, you know. But
yeah,
I think actually, I think the one I have right now, 27-inch 4K Retina display, I think it was like 2,400, which that's
not bad.
It's not bad.
I've seen a lot of like the specs don't, like, compared to like,
hold on, let me open my specs.
Like compared to like Windows products, like the specs, like the CPU is always clocked like lower and stuff, like it's like super small stuff. I'm like, that CPU could be clocked a little higher for me and shit like that. But I'm pretty.
Yeah, I really don't know anything about computers. I'm about to read like this stuff. The processors, 3.8 gigahertz quad core Intel Core i5. Memory, 8 gig, 2400 megahertz, DDR4.
Yep.
Okay.
Startup disk, Macintosh HD. Graphics, Radeon Pro 580, 8 gigabyte.
You have an AMD card in there? Holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't know you had an AMD in there. I would have expected they had a
Intel integrated graphics.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Radeon Pro. I don't know what that is. But
yeah,
apparently it's special.
Yeah, it's your graphics card. There's 2 main companies as far as graphics card goes. And AMD usually gets the short end of the stick when it comes to reputation, but honestly, it's a lot better it's a lot better bang for your buck.
Josh was like, "Man, I just read this shit."
So earlier I said it was Retina 4K. It's actually Retina 5K, 27-inch 2017.
Josh is like, man, I just read a few words and these dudes nut.
I don't know anything about computers. I always wanted to like build one, but I love like the Apple Mac shit so much. Like I'm so used to this, I probably couldn't change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very expensive to build a PC too.
Yep.
Very
Yeah,
expensive.
that also.
Like
I feel like I'm not
I
smart enough to understand that shit, so it's whatever. I'll just get
It's
this.
like a
It's good enough.
puzzle. It's like
yeah,
once
it's
you
a lot
know
like a puzzle.
once you know where the pieces go, it's easy, but it definitely does take some time, I guess. But yeah.
But before we transition into anything, I'm gonna have to cut my station here a little short. I have to go and pick my girlfriend up from work.
All right, man. You
Good
take
luck,
care,
Sorry.
homie.
All right,
Drive
you
safe.
guys too. All right,
Wear a mask, homie.
will
Peace.
do. Peace.
But yeah, man. That's I don't know. I've been wanting to upgrade to a Mac. My biggest fear has always been like price, and then also like having to adjust, I guess, because
Yeah.
Windows is, from what I hear, like significantly different from the Mac OS.
Oh,
And,
it's. I would say yeah, it's a lot different. But I will say like it's super simple. Like everything's just here. Like I don't know if I can share my screen. I can, right?
I think
So you
so.
can see it. Let me see. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Screen. Yeah, my entire screen. And then all right, yeah, that works. Okay. Why is it just showing that? Okay, why can't I show my fucking tabs that I literally have open? Hold on, let me retry this.
Hey, just
My
show it to me.
screen.
Just show it to me after the podcast, bro. Because I don't want.
Alright.
I don't know how my GPU is going to handle that. And I was probably going to lag the stream and shit. But
Okay.
yeah, no, I'll definitely check it out once we get done here. But which we can start wrapping things up if you want to, man. I think we pretty much touched on all the necessary stuff. Is there anything you want to like ask me? Is there anything you want to talk about, man?
Your like whole channel and like everything is based around it reminds me a lot of the Cosmonaut Variety Hour.
No, I do not.
Or you're not? You don't?
Mm-mm.
Damn, you need to go watch his videos. I feel like he has like the same opinions as we do when it comes to like the movies, the TV, all that.
Yeah,
I love his channel. It's a great channel.
Surprisingly, I don't watch like a lot of channels like similar to mine because I feel like if I were to do that, my content would start being too much of like
shifting.
Yeah, it would be too much like a mirror. So I would like see something I like, and then I'll be like, all right, well, let me make my next video like this, or similar to this.
Yeah, I understand that.
A lot of the stuff I watch on YouTube or online in general, it's a lot different. Like I don't watch like a lot of videos about like film or video game news and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to get influenced and then all of a sudden you're copying it.
Yeah. And like I said, I guess the biggest takeaway from this podcast, dude, is originality, and
Originality.
it really is, man. And I take pride in my content because I know, this is something that
this is yours.
Exactly,
like it's 100%
exactly,
yours.
exactly.
Yeah. When it comes to Heat Houston, like the logo is so professional grade, and when I tell people that I made it in fucking graphic design class almost 4 years ago now, people are just like, really? I was like, yes, this damn logo has came a long way, and I think I actually have a video on the Heat Houston channel that showcases a little bit of the transition from the very first one to the one that we had at the time versus the one that we have right now, which is as simple as it will get. Because we just last year we removed the text completely that says Heat Houston because it's like I said, making a brand around it. Like if you have text under your logo, it kind of takes away like, oh, it's Heat Houston, and it because it says there, right?
Yeah.
But now it's just Heat Houston because you can recognize the HO and the H, right?
Dude, I love it. I like how streamlined it is too. It's like it's just simplistic,
It's so beautiful. I love it. Fell in love with it.
It's not trying to be anything crazy or eye popping. It's just I don't know. Like in a weird way, it is eye popping just because of how simple it is. But at the same time, it's not. For example, like our logo, which we took a lot of like references from like comic books and like stuff of that nature. So obviously ours is going to be a little bit more flashy, but yours is just it's mellow. It really is, and I like I really do like how it looks. But no, man, all of your links are in the description. Your Heat of Houston YouTube, your personal YouTube channel, Heat of Houston Twitter, and your Twitter are all in the description below. So for anyone that wants to check it out, check out Heat of Houston. All the stuff's in the description below. Follow them. Is there any plans for the future for Heat of Houston, man? Anything you guys got planned?
We're getting ready to roll out this next I can't say collection because as of right now, we actually just scrapped the second item.
Mm-hmm.
We only have one item right now, but the next capsule, I guess I'll say, for October is coming soon for sure. And I'm excited to roll it out for everyone.
You guys do like monthly drops? Because I know you did one for September.
So we had the one in January, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then for a long time we had just nothing. And then someone was like, "Hey, dude, you know that merch that you dropped back in January? Yeah, you need to drop some more." And it had me thinking. And for like a week, I had just been working. And then for the whole month of August, I just worked on designs and all that. And then September, we started rolling it out and all that and dropped it. But by all means, I don't think it'd be a monthly thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll just see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah. You don't want to,
oversaturate something.
Yeah, exactly, Marvel. But yeah, I respect it. Yeah, dude. I really have enjoyed talking to you tonight, man. It really has been awesome.
Yeah, it's been great, dude.
And I like I said, your stuff really caught my eye, and I've never been like super big into like clothing or fashion or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw your stuff and I was like, dude, like I like how it looks because of how original it is. I've never seen this on the stores, on the shelves of any store before. I've never seen this online, and I don't know, dude. Like I said earlier, you got to keep doing you, man. Keep at it because you're
for you as well, bro. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, dude.
This is dope.
You're heading down the right path right now, dude, and don't slow up. That's all I gotta say.
Never.
But is there anything you want me to end the stream with? Is there?
I'm trying to think because I'm not even supposed to. We're not even supposed to release it until October. But that video I sent you. I'm trying to think. Let me see. What's today? No, it's way too early. No, it's too early. Hold on to it.
Got it.
But we could talk about it after.
Yes, sir. So I'm probably gonna call this stream quits here then. Like I said, all his links to all of his social medias, the Heat of Houston YouTube channel, his channel, both of their Twitters in the description below. So be sure to check it out. And their next merch drop will be next month, and it's gonna be awesome. And like I said, man, expect me to be one of the first to order something because I need some new drip.
Appreciate it, man.
100%.
Appreciate you for having me.
No problem, man. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I appreciate everyone for watching, new viewers and Ode. It's been awesome having Joshua on the stream, and yeah, we'll see you guys later. As always, have a fun day and peace out.